Good day to you, one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again. You're probably asking yourself, how comes he's wearing that shiny anorak that makes him look like an oven-ready turkey? Well, the answer to that is that I'm covering Coldplay's Yellow, the song that came out in 2000, had that brilliant video of Chris Martin walking along a beach, and it gets dark while he's saying stuff about things that are yellow. But he's getting rained on and wearing an anorak, so this is my wind and rain cheating anorak, which I'm expecting will make me so sweaty during the course of this recording that I will appear to have been rained on by the end of it. So yeah, let's get cracking. Can't wait, actually. I enjoy covering Coldplay. I'm not saying that facetiously. I just like it. Justin Hawkins rides again. Yeah. Yellow was part of their debut album Parachutes. I think, a lot of people get annoyed with Coldplay and make fun of them and everything, and I think to get to the point where you're annoying that many people, you've got to have some stuff in your arsenal that's actually undeniable. And I think Yellow is definitely one of those songs. There's another one from that early period of theirs. I think Trouble, I would say that was an undeniably great song. The one that goes do 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 do, less so. That's the bit where I kind of began to feel better about hating them, But I think, but I just think that Yellow is a great song. It really is. It reached number 4 on the UK singles chart, giving Coldplay their first top 5 hit in the UK. It was Coldplay's breakthrough hit internationally, helped by heavy rotation and usage in advertising. I don't know what it was used for, actually. The song thrust the band into popularity, and it's been called a post-Britpop song. Chris Martin has explained Yellow refers to the mood of the band, brightness and hope and devotion. I always thought that yellow, it just looks like, the colour of some teeth that are tobacco stained, or like, I also think yellow, I always associate that with madness somehow as well. Not madness, the one step beyond ska band, The music video for Yellow was filmed at Studland Bay in the county of Dorset, southwest England, on the 23rd of May 2000. I also happen to know that the director of that video was Alex Smith, who worked on the Darkness early videos, who is a genius, by the way. Coldplay info coming at you right now. Formed in London in 1996, and they've sold 100 million albums worldwide. They are the most successful band of the 21st century and one of the best-selling music acts of all time. There you go. So, let's watch the video for Yellow. By the way, did any of you snigger at the back when I said that thing about you have to have something undeniable in your arsenal? Because I hope not. See, this is what I always say about Coldplay. Like, when they came out of the gates, first record, you could hear guitars front and centre, loud, clumsily played, exciting stuff, vibing. And I think gradually, and I'm not saying this just about Coldplay, I say this about Maroon 5 as well, and I say this about bands that achieved success as a guitar band, and then in order to sort of maintain that, global success, you have to sort of, but somehow the rough edges get smoothed out, and bands like Coldplay become Chris Martin, what sounds like Chris Martin with a producer, and I know that it probably is a real band, but it doesn't sound like that after a while. It becomes like dance music, and that's kind of what you have to do to achieve those 100 million record sales. I think it's at the expense of something that's truly exciting. It gets poshed up eventually, which is I think it's ironic, really, because they started working with Brian Eno, didn't they, as a producer. And I think his whole ethos, from what I can gather, is that the initial performance of a song, like at demo level, is the thing to chase, and that's what you build upon. And in most instances, he'll use that original demo not just as a template, but as a foundation for everything that goes on top of it. And And I think maybe they've just become so accomplished as musicians that it just sounds like dance music, or maybe the rough edges have ironed out just through the, by becoming middle-aged guys. Maybe that's just what middle-aged guys sound like. But I just think that the guitars are nowhere near as loud as they were on this first record. I mean, it sounds like, I don't know, it could almost be like that from that intro. It could almost be like a Teenage Fan Club song, almost.
Cut the stars, look how they shine for you.
You know what? It could almost be Pavement. It's that loose in the intro. And young Chris Martin has a brilliantly affected Englishman's voice. He's all, he's all skin and bones on a moody beach getting rained on. It's so English. It's brilliant.
So then I took my turn.
It's a really cool performance in terms of like just what he's doing to the camera. There's no vanity involved. It's just a bloke getting rained on. So it really is great. And I know it might shock people to hear me say that, because I often tease Coldplay. But I think when you've sold 100 million records, you're going to get teased, especially by me, because I'm bitter and twisted, and my teeth are all yellow.
Oh, what a thing to have done.
To have done. He's managed to squeeze 3 syllables into just 2 there. Here comes the chorus. Nice backing vocal. Ooh, so it starts off and listen to what the backing vocals are doing. So it starts off with which is the other way round that you'd normally expect that to happen, because when you do an R sound, it sort of opens up a different kind of tonality in those backing vocal voices, and it usually makes the vocal spread hit you a bit harder. So normally you go ooh, ah. That's what the Beatles would do. They've switched it around. I never noticed that before.
No, I love you so.
Young Chris Martin really looks like my nephew. He really looks like my nephew. He's adorable. Absolutely adorable.
I swam across, I jumped across for you.
Lovely smile.
I drew a line for you.
Because I like this. Drew a line. I remember Noel Gallagher saying that Chris Martin could write a song, and I think it's most probably because he was flattered by the inclusion of drew a line. It's such an Oasis move to do that sort of descending thing at the end of a line, which is not necessary in this instance, or indeed any, but it's an Oasisism.
I drew a line.
And he's chosen to do it in that second verse when a harmony comes in too. Good move.
What a thing to do. And it was all yellow.
It's a really mucky recording though. I mean, you can hear like there's something phasing in there.
To something beautiful.
And over in the right-hand speaker, over in the right-hand speaker, you can hear the plinky plonk of the piano. It's one of the first times it sort of becomes audible, and I know that sort of that piano became synonymous with what we consider to be the Coldplay sound, but until this second chorus stroke pre-chorus, you can hardly hear it in this. It's weird how things have changed, isn't it? It's all acoustics, and I mean, it could be a song off The Bends by the Radiohead music group. Could easily be one of those.
For you, I bleed myself dry.
You know, like a fake plastic trees or something like that. I suppose by the time this came out, which was what, 2000 and when was it again? I said it earlier, 2000. I mean, that's a good 5 years after the Bends. I expect there's probably already existed. I mean, certainly in my life, I was probably feeling nostalgic for that period of Radiohead's oeuvre, which I adore. You know, I love songs like this. And I expect there were 99,999,999 other people that felt the same way. And it's brilliant, some great discordant stuff there. I've forgotten what the guitar player's name is now. It's either going to be Johnny Buckland, Guy Berryman, or Will Champion. I don't know which one it is. Is it Buckland? Sounds like it should be. When he's playing that upper part, he's pulling on it too hard and it's making it just a little bit sharp, and it's popping out and sounding a bit like Neil Young doing his crazy horse guitar antics. Why didn't they do more of that? Why don't they do more of that now? I mean, this is a long way away from collaborating with BTS. A long way. Both things are good, of course, but just in different ways. This is the sort of thing that appeals to enthusiasts of the electronic guitar. I always like this late 90s songwriting trope. This is a thing when you get like a chord sequence that doesn't change much, but you try to eke out as many melodic ideas as you possibly can over it, and then you end up with a backing vocal line that becomes front and center line, you know, the main top line part during the outro. A lot of songs did that. There's a great example of that is that you only get what you give. Dun, 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 where he's eking out as much as he can from that sequence because he's Greg Alexander and he's brilliant. And I think this is a similar approach. There's a lot of writers do that kind of stuff. I think Chris Martin's definitely one of them. Greg Alexander is another. There's probably other examples of that too.
Look how they shine for you.
And he's got a really sort of it's a loosely doubled vocal take. So there's nothing posh about the recording. I think that's why I like it so much. It's rough and ready.
Look at the stars, look how they shine for.
But I was not prepared. Oh, there's a lovely change in the chord sequence there. I forgot about that.
Shine for you. And all the things that you do.
Yeah, I was not prepared for looking at this video and seeing Chris Martin so closely resembling my nephew. It's weird. So I can't look at it without loving him a little bit now, and that's an unusual feeling for me. I think that's why it's a great song. You know, it is a great song. Sorry. It's not a great song because he looks like my nephew. I think Yellow is a song that's up there with the sort of fake plastic trees. Okay, maybe I'm being extra generous there. I'm being generous now because having seen this Coldplay video for the first time in 100 years, I now recognise that Chris Martin very closely resembles my 5-year-old nephew. And it's impossible to hate him. It really is. Lovely smile. Getting rained on. And it's all yellow. Justin Hawkins rides again. I should have worn my yellow outfit. I've got a yellow suit and everything. Next time. Next time I cover Coldplay, I'll wear a yellow suit. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and watch one of these 2 videos again. Nice one, guys. See you on the ice.